Nobody is really talking about this the way they should be. A woman tried to kill Rihanna. Her kids were home. 3 babies. Her mother. Staff. The shooter? She came fully prepared. AR-15 rifle. Blonde wig. Extra ammunition. Paper plates on the car. Drove 2,500 miles from Florida to Beverly Hills. And 1 week after getting the highest bail in Los Angeles County history, a judge quietly cut it by more than 5 times. No explanation. No new evidence. Nothing. And the media? They moved on like it was a Tuesday. Before we get into this, if this video reaches you and you care about what's really going on behind the headlines, leave a like, hit subscribe, share this with somebody. Because I promise you, by the end of this, you're going to have questions you didn't have before. Here's what I'm going to lay out for you today. On March 8, 2026, a woman allegedly attempted to murder Rihanna in her own home. On paper, it looks like a mentally unwell fan who snapped. But when you pull back and look at the timing, the planning, the connections, and the way the system responded, it starts to look like something else entirely. And by the end of this, you're going to understand why Rihanna packed up her kids and left Los Angeles the very next day, and reportedly hasn't come back since. Now, I already know. Some people aren't going to want to hear this. They'll say I'm reaching. They'll say I'm connecting dots that aren't there. And honestly, I get it. It sounds wild. But all I'm going to do is show you what happened, when it happened, and who was involved. And then you can decide. If the channel gets suppressed for this, well, that tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it? So please, support the video so more people can see it. Alright, let's start with what we actually know. On March 8, 2026, a 35-year-old woman named Ivanna Ortiz drove from Orlando, Florida all the way to Beverly Hills, California. She pulled up to Rihanna's front gate in a white Tesla and opened fire with an AR-15 style rifle. Multiple shots. Prosecutors say the bullets hit the front gate, the exterior of the house, at least one vehicle parked out front, and even a neighboring home. And here's the part that should make your stomach drop. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky were right there. Not in the main house, and a silver Airstream trailer parked in the driveway. Right there. Feet away from where those bullets landed. Also inside the home? Their 3 children, RZA, Riot, and Rocky. Rihanna's mother. 2 staff members. 8 people total were at risk. And because the neighboring house was also hit, prosecutors counted 10 victims. 10 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. 1 count of attempted murder. 3 counts of shooting at an inhabited dwelling. LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman said it plainly. This was, quote, willful, deliberate, and premeditated. After the shooting, Ortiz drove away. Calmly. She was picked up about 30 minutes later at the Sherman Oaks Galleria, 7 miles from the scene. LAPD tracked her with a helicopter into a mall parking garage. And when they searched her car, they found the AR-15, 7 spent shell casings, a blonde wig she'd allegedly used as a disguise, and a 30-round magazine in the trunk. Now, I know what y'all are going to say. She was clearly mentally ill. This was a crazed fan. End of story. And look, I hear you. Her social media was wild. She had been posting about Rihanna for months. In one video from January 4th, she literally says, "Listen, Rihanna, when you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me? Shut the bleep up." Yikes. I mean, that's disturbing, full stop. And she has a criminal record in Florida with several domestic violence incidents dating back to 2023. She was a licensed speech-language pathologist. On the surface? Yeah. It looks like someone who was unraveling. But here's the thing that doesn't add up. People who snap don't drive 2,500 miles. They don't bring a disguise. They don't swap their license plates for paper ones. They don't carry extra magazines. That's not a breakdown. That's a mission. And so the question isn't just who is Ivanna Ortiz. The question is, why did she go, and did anyone point her in that direction? But let's move on, because it gets wilder. Let's talk about the bail. Because this is the detail that made people online lose their minds. Initially, according to ABC7, the bail was set at $10.225 million. $10 million. That's the highest bail in Los Angeles County history for a shooting where nobody was physically hurt. Think about that. Actual murders in LA have gotten lower bail than this. So why would a judge treat this case like the person was an extreme threat to public safety? What did that judge know, or suspect, about the circumstances? And then, at her first court appearance on March 10th, the bail was quietly reduced to $1.875 million. Just like that. Now, the court's explanation was that the $10 million was calculated based on 10 victims, and it was adjusted. But no new evidence was introduced. No change in charges. Prosecutors argued she was a flight risk. She literally drove across the entire country to do this, and the defense asked for an even further reduction. The judge denied the further reduction at her March 25th arraignment. But the damage was already done. People saw the number go from 10 million to under 2 million and said, wait, who benefits from her getting out faster? That's a question worth sitting with. Okay. Now, here's where this whole thing turns from a scary crime story into something that has the internet genuinely shook. And I need you to really pay attention here. On January 30th, 2026, the Department of Justice released over 3.5 million pages of documents connected to Jeffrey Epstein. The Epstein Files Transparency Act. Videos, images, FBI files, phone logs, all of it dumped into the public record. Buried in those files is an unverified FBI crisis intake report from 2019, an anonymous tip on a public hotline that names Jay-Z, Sean Carter, alongside Harvey Weinstein and Roc Nation artist Pusha T, in an allegation reportedly describing an incident from around 1996. Now, to be absolutely clear, Jay-Z has not been charged with anything. This is an unverified tip from a public hotline. But his name is in the files. And according to Variety, that mention was archived as part of the formal Epstein investigation. And then on March 3rd, 5 days before the shooting, Congresswoman Nancy Mace confirmed on the record that Jay-Z is among the people the government is actively reviewing in connection with those files. 5 days. 5 days later, someone shows up at Rihanna's house with an AR-15. Now, if you don't know the history between Jay-Z and Rihanna, buckle up. Because this goes back 20 years. 2005, Rihanna is 16 years old. She's been brought from Barbados to New York City to audition for Def Jam Records. Jay-Z is the president of Def Jam at the time. She walks in. She sings. He's impressed. Normal enough, right? But then Rihanna goes on the Tyra Banks show and tells the story herself. And this is her actual recounting. He said, "There are two ways to leave here. Either through the door with the deal signed, or through this window. And we're on the 29th floor." The audience gasped. Tyra gasped. And Rihanna? She laughed nervously. Because what else do you do when you're 16 and a grown man running a record label says something like that? Jay-Z confirmed the story himself in a 2005 MTV interview. He said, "We signed it at night. We didn't let her leave the office. The contract got signed at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 a.m. A 16-year-old girl. No parents in the room. And a grown man who, by his own admission, would not let her leave." In 2005, that story was sold as hustle, as determination. Jay-Z was just so excited about her talent he had to lock in the deal right then and there. In 2026, with Jay-Z's name in the Epstein files and the entire entertainment industry under a federal microscope, that same story hits very, very differently. And this is the part nobody's saying loud enough. Walk with me here for a second. Rihanna has been inside this industry for 20 years. She's been to the parties. She's reportedly been on the private jets. She's been in the rooms. She knows who. She knows what went on. And she knows who was around when it went on. And right now, with Diddy sitting in prison waiting for trial, with Weinstein already convicted, with investigators going through the Epstein files looking for anyone who can testify, Rihanna's name keeps surfacing. Not as a suspect. As someone who might know things. As a potential material witness. According to the Shakia report, Rihanna's name appears in Epstein's phone logs, dataset 10, as the recipient of calls from within Epstein's network dated January 2018. That's documented. That's in the public record. So you have someone who was signed at 16 by a man whose name is now in federal investigation files. Someone who has been in the orbit of multiple powerful figures now under scrutiny. And someone whose home just got shot up 5 days after the government confirmed they're looking at Jay-Z. Coincidence? Maybe. But the internet isn't buying it. Real quick, if you're still here, and this is making you think, drop a comment. Tell me what you're thinking right now. And hit that subscribe button because we've got more coming on this story. Okay, now this next. And when I found it, I just sat there staring at my screen. 4 months before the shooting, October 2025, Ivanna Ortiz filed a lawsuit against Live Nation and Billie Eilish. She was allegedly trying to block a Billie Eilish concert in Orlando, claiming it would cause her, quote, immediate harm. Court records confirmed this. The court dismissed the case. The concert happened. That was supposed to be the end of it. But here's why that detail matters. Live Nation is the same company that promotes tours through Roc Nation, Jay-Z's company. It's the same Live Nation that the Department of Justice is currently suing for allegedly illegally controlling the concert industry. Roc Nation and Live Nation are deeply intertwined. So you've got a woman who was already in the legal system fighting against a company connected to Jay-Z's empire, and then 4 months later, she drives across the country to shoot at the home of the woman Jay-Z signed when she was 16? I'm not saying these are connected. I'm saying the internet noticed. And frankly, I noticed too. Now, Katt Williams has been talking about this kind of thing for years. And whether you love Katt or you think he's out there, the man has been right about a lot. He said repeatedly that the music industry has a pattern. They use people who already look unstable, people with a public history of erratic behavior, because when something happens, it's easy to point at them and say, see? Crazy person. Case closed. He calls them assets. Expendable people. And he said publicly that Ortiz allegedly fits that profile almost too perfectly. The social media rants. The mental health questions. The dismissed lawsuit. She can be quickly identified, quickly arrested, and the story gets wrapped up before anyone asks bigger questions. Now, I need to be very clear, these are Katt Williams' claims and internet speculation. There is no confirmed evidence of any conspiracy. Ortiz may have acted entirely alone. But the pattern Katt describes? It's the same one people pointed to in other high-profile cases, and that's why it's resonating so hard right now. Now let's talk about 50 Cent. Because this part is fascinating. The man said nothing. Publicly. And if you know 50, you know that's basically a press conference in itself. This is a man who has been publicly backing Rihanna for 15 years. When Chris Brown attacked her in 2009, 50 spoke out immediately. When A$AP Rocky went to trial in January 2025 facing serious prison time, 50 was posting support the entire time. When Rocky got acquitted in February 2025, 50 celebrated. But March 8, 2026? 10 shots at Rihanna's home? And 50 Cent goes quiet on social media? Now, reportedly, and this is allegedly from an insider, 50 did reach out privately. He supposedly called ASAP Rocky after the shooting to offer support and allegedly told him to get Rihanna and the kids somewhere safe because, in his view, whoever was behind that shooter could send someone else. And honestly, look at the people who have spoken out publicly over the years. Katt Williams got mocked for years. Corey Feldman was laughed off. Rose McGowan lost her career. Kanye ended up hospitalized. 50 is watching all of that. And instead of naming names on Instagram, he's producing documentaries about Diddy, about the industry, about how power operates, and letting viewers connect the dots. That might be the smartest move in the room right now. And then there's the thing that, honestly, bothers me the most. The very next day, March 9th, TMZ, Inside Edition, Backgrid, they all reported the same thing. Rihanna's staff loaded up her belongings. Her convoy headed to a Los Angeles area airport, and she was spotted boarding a private jet with her family. Destination? Unknown. She's gone. And as of today, she reportedly has not returned to that house. Her team hasn't made a public statement. She's gone completely dark. Now think about that. If this was just a random mentally ill fan, you don't flee. You hire more security. You put up better cameras. You stay in your home. You protect your space. You've dealt with stalkers before. You only run when you believe the person with the gun was just the beginning. Now before we wrap, there are two other theories circulating that you deserve to hear. I'm not endorsing either one, but they're part of the conversation. The first involves ASAP Relly, real name Terrell Efron. He's ASAP Rocky's former crew member. These two had a falling out that ended in a criminal trial. Relly accused Rocky of shooting him twice back in November 2021. Rocky was looking at up to 24 years in prison. He was acquitted in February 2025. But Relly is reportedly still out there and still not on good terms. Some people online have been pointing at him as a possible connection, though there's zero confirmed evidence linking him to this. The second theory, and this is the one that's gotten the most traction, involves Roc Nation directly. Social media has been flooded with posts claiming that Rihanna has quietly been cooperating with federal investigators. That she's allegedly been talking about what she knows regarding Jay-Z's dealings and the network she's been around for 2 decades. Nobody has confirmed this. It is pure speculation. But if, and I say if, there's any truth to it, it would explain a lot about the timing. Why now? Why at this exact moment? Why someone would want to send a message? And honestly, let's zoom out for a second. Because what's really terrifying isn't just what happened to Rihanna. It's what it says about the system. We're living in a moment where the Epstein files are public. Where Diddy is in prison. Where Weinstein is convicted. Where the DOJ is suing the biggest concert promoter in the world. Where federal investigators are reportedly going through decades of industry records. And in the middle of all that, a woman drives 2,500 miles with an AR-15, shoots at the home of one of the most famous women in the world, a woman connected to almost every major figure under investigation. And the story barely stays in the news cycle for a week? The court reduced bail without a public explanation. The motive allegedly still hasn't been established. And Rihanna's in hiding. Something doesn't add up. And whether you think this was a lone wolf or something orchestrated, the response from the media and the system has been weirdly quiet. And the internet? The internet is not quiet. People have been going off. Some fans are saying, protect Rihanna at all costs. She's clearly not safe. Others are asking the hard questions. Why did bail get cut so fast? Who's pulling strings? A lot of people are bringing up the Jay-Z timeline and saying the 5-day gap between Mace's confirmation and the shooting cannot be a coincidence. On the other hand, and I want to be fair, there are people saying this is all conspiracy thinking. That Ortiz was clearly mentally ill, that her social media proves it, and that sometimes a disturbed person is just a disturbed person. And honestly, that could be true. Mental illness is real, and not everything is a conspiracy. But here's what those people can't explain. The planning, the wig, the paper plates, the ammunition, the 2,500-mile drive, the Live Nation lawsuit, and the timing. So let me put it all together for you. January 30th, 2026, the Epstein files drop. Jay-Z's name is in them. Rihanna's name appears in phone logs. March 3rd, Nancy Mace confirms Jay-Z is being reviewed by the government. March 8th, 5 days later, a woman with an AR-15, a disguise, extra ammo, and paper plates drives 2,500 miles and shoots at Rihanna's home while she's inside with her children. Bail gets set at an historic $10.2 million, then quietly cut to $1.8 million. No explanation given. March 9th, the very next day, Rihanna packs up her entire family and flees Los Angeles on a private jet. She goes dark. No statements. No social media. Dawn. 50 Cent, one of her loudest defenders for 15 years, allegedly goes private, telling Rocky to take the family and run because whoever sent Ortiz could reportedly send someone else. March 25th, Ortiz pleads not guilty to attempted murder and 13 other felony charges. If convicted, she faces life in prison. And Rihanna? As of right now, she was recently spotted briefly in LA, but that house? That home where her kids' bullet holes are still probably being repaired? She's reportedly not living there anymore. Listen, I'm not telling you what to believe. I presented the timeline. I showed you the connections. I gave you the official facts and the theories that are circulating. You're smart enough to make up your own mind. But I do think it's worth asking, if this had happened to any other celebrity, wouldn't the coverage have been bigger? Wouldn't we still be talking about it? A woman tried to shoot one of the most famous women on earth while her 3 babies were home, and the media treated it like a 2-day story. That alone should tell you something. So yeah, that's what I got for today. And honestly, I could have gone for another hour on this because there are layers we haven't even touched. But I want to hear from you. Do you think Ivanna Ortiz acted completely alone? Or do you think this goes deeper? I don't want the safe answer. I want what you actually think. Drop it in the comments section below. If this video made you think, even just a little bit, share it. Because this is a story that deserves way more coverage than it's been getting. Leave a like if you made it to the end. Subscribe if you're new. And tell a friend. Because the algorithm isn't going to push this one, we have to. I appreciate every single one of you who watches these videos. For real. Y'all keep me going. Next video, we're going deeper into the Epstein files and what else came out of those 3.5 million pages that nobody's covering. Trust me, you're going to want to see that one. Until then, stay safe, stay informed, and keep asking questions. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.